What's up, Throdle? Do you know what started Finmania back in the 1940s and the 50s? Well, keep watching, as today, you're in for a ride. Hi, I'm Nadine, and I'm the co-founder of Throdle. And today, I'm here with my friend Norman in Missouri.
Hi, Nadine.
So you're going to tell us a little bit about this car today?
Yes, I'd like to tell you a little bit about my 1957 Eldorado Seville. The name of the car is Brute. We'll talk a little bit about the car, the restoration, and these great protrusions on the back known as fins.
This is pretty amazing of a wheel here. What can you tell us about it?
These are called saber wheels. Cadillac used those on Eldorados from about 1954 to 1958. They were a little bit different in some years. Some years they were gold. Other years they were silver, as this is, but these are chrome plated.
So you've got some more wind splits here, but these ones are slightly styled differently, isn't it? There's like two of them rather than
That's
just the
correct.
typical one.
On the other Cadillacs of 1957, there were two wind splits on the hood. On the Eldorados, they put two wind splits on each of the front fenders.
So before we talked about the bumper guards, to me it looks like a little missile coming out. That's the kind of look at it. And I guess it has to do with that World War II inspiration that we're going to talk about.
A lot of that came from there. You're exactly right.
All right, well, there's so much to see, especially in the interior. Shall we go inside?
Okay.
So one of the things that I really love is the interior of that door. Just a little armrest, isn't it?
Yes, and this is a three-piece unit. One piece here, one there, and then this with the armrest built into the middle piece. It was unique to the Eldorado in 57.
And I know you and I have had quite a giggle over this wonderful clock, because when you look at it straight on, it tells a different time than when you're looking at it from here.
It's called a rotating clock. The second hand is a moving dial, and the hour and minutes, that's another moving dial. And that was, again, unique to the Eldorado.
Now, because we're in 1957 at this point, you do have air conditioning for this car too, don't
Yes.
you?
The Eldorado came with every option that Cadillac offered. Those were all standard except for air conditioning.
And then we also have power windows, and we have power steering in 1957 as well.
Power windows, power steering, power brakes, power seat, a Wonder Bar radio.
Okay.
The use of that is you turn the radio on and step on a button and it'll change the station.
Now, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, wow, what a beautiful vent.
Isn't that a nice vent?
It is a nice vent, isn't
It's
it? Or
actually
is it?
a speaker. It's a radio speaker, and when I first saw the car, I was convinced it was a vent too.
And I found that your back window was really interesting when I said I was hot in here. I wanted you to open it. So can you show us that?
Okay, here it comes.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of a kick to
Right,
it.
a very unusual way of opening.
Well, let's take a look at the thing that started it all, which is the fins. Shall we?
Okay, the fins on the 1957 Eldorado are about as tall as any fins on any Cadillac. The 1959 Cadillac were about the same height. They had two bullets. This started with a fighter plane in World War II, and I've got some pictures in the barn that I'd like to show you. Here we have the first year of the tail fin, 1948, and what many people call the most outrageous tail fin, the 1959 Cadillac. They grew from this, gradually becoming that. And this is what inspired the tail fin. P-38 fighter plane from World War II and a 1948 Cadillac. Harley Earl was the designer, and he was really influenced by the fins on that fighter plane. Starting in 1960, the fins started going down, until by 1965 there was just a vestige of the fin left on the rear fender.
Okay.
And in many of the Cadillacs today, you'll still see vertical taillights, an homage to the fins.
Well, how about we take a spin in this beautiful car?
Let's do
Sounds
that.
good.
I love driving it.
How did you find Brute?
It was advertised in one of the car publications I get. I saw that the car only had 47,000 miles on it, despite being 40 years old at the time. When I talked to the owner, I got some information about the car. It had been stored in a barn for the last 24 years. Apparently what had happened is the second owner was the grandmother. She let her grandson use it when he was at K-State University. He enlisted in the Army, went to Vietnam, and didn't come back, and she was brokenhearted. She couldn't stand the thought of reliving his passing when she drove the car, so she just put it in the barn until she had to go into an assisted living facility, and then she arranged to sell it.
And there's a couple indications of the fact that he's still here in memory of the car, are there?
When I bought the car, it had 1972 license plates on the car, and in the trunk were plates from 1973 that he never got to put on. The barn years were not very good to the car. It was a basket case. Virtually everything was there, but it needed complete restoration. The paint had deteriorated, the interior leather seating had dry rotted and had to be replaced. The engine needed work, the transmission needed some work, but we were able to get the car back to our home, and then we started the restoration.
Did you know already that you wanted this particular model?
My dad had a milk route in Chicago when I was growing up, and I helped him with the milk route. We would pull up behind some of the most beautiful cars, and one of them was a 57 Eldorado Seville, as this car is.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, those fins are really, really nice. I like that car. I've got to get one of those.
And when you say that milk run, that's your tribute to your dad with the milk bottles that we saw in your barn, isn't it?
It is. It took a while for a teenage Norm to recognize that his dad was his hero.
How do you use this car? Do you go cruising in it? Do you use it as your daily driver?
It's one of 6 old cars that I have, and I drive all of them at least once a week. One of the best things that we do with the old cars is go to elder assisted living facilities and let people bring back the memories of their youth. You see people, some of them haven't had memories in years. They see the cars and you see faces light up.
So it's a little bit of a personality, isn't it?
The car was in the movie Jayhawkers about Fog Allen and Will Chamberlain.
Thanks for giving us a ride today in your 1957 Eldorado. Loved it. How can people get in touch with you?
Well, if they like what they saw in the content today, like or share this video. If you have any questions, get it on the Throdle app, or if you have a story about your restoration, be glad to hear about that.
If you liked our content, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell so you get notified whenever we put up something new. So thanks for watching, and join us next time as Throdle's driving connections and fueling experiences.